Now let me give you an example. A good friend of mine died recently of cancer. Tumours. He couldn't get a bed in his hospital. And what do they have to do? They have to drive up to the accident and emergency and camp until such time as they're admitted for treatment. That's the legacy of Micheál Martin and Fianna Fáil with the HSE that they created.
There are
many fine people working in this service. They work under enormous stress and pressure, but the system has strangled them. And they tell me about the millions of waste that's in that system, and that's got to be changed, and it will be changed.
I know there are problems in the health.
And then we're moving on.
Micheál Martin, I'm not sure where he's been for the last 14 years that he talks about himself.
Here we go again, 14 years, 5-time plan, let's get Ireland working. How many more times are you going to say that?
The HR principal in the HSE said he had 2,000 people working in HR. He could do the job with 700. People in the HSE have come to me and said, here is where you will save 5 or 6 million. Now, it's fine for Micheál Martin, who set this up, and there were 200 million wasted on the computer system in the health boards, which never worked. And the report was never produced.
Let's come back to the Dutch.
One final point.
Very briefly.
Let's start with the solution. 10 years ago, he was supposed to eliminate waiting lists. We now have 19,000. You can do this, as happened in Northern Ireland, where responsibility lies with the Minister and the Department of Health. They eliminated waiting lists in 18 months.
Many people, when they end Micheál Martin, I'm going to move on. Many people, because there were so many issues people wanted me to address tonight, many people asked me about issues of social justice and equality. Okay, whether they're things like, issues of disability, gay marriage, children's referendum, issues that over the years governments in this country have dodged and not done enough about. I want to ask all of you, if you had one key social justice or equality issue that you would pursue if you were in government, what would it be, Eamon Gilmore?
I think it would be looking after people with disabilities. I think that, for example, what Fianna Fáil did in cutting the blind pension, I think that was scandalous. The first area that Labour in government would address in terms of equality and in terms of giving decent supports to people would be the area of disabilities. I think as a country, I think we have to make that the priority.
That's very laudable, I share that. I also feel an absolute priority should be the 300,000 people who suffer from mental illness every year, the 75,000 who attempt self-harm, and the ratcheting up of a priority for those who unfortunately have the tragedy of suicide visit their families.